Did it work? It did work. What's going on, everybody? I guess I should probably undeafen the server as well. How's that? Can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Pro streamer, by the way.
I see.
We have 2 face cams and a still image that sometimes talks.
So
I am a still image.
I forgot to change the stream key as we figured out. A little too late.
Good job.
Dumbass.
Good job. Good claps. Claps for you.
Lucas, how you doing? Gilligan, how you doing? Finally,
guys?
a free Joker
Hello.
emote. Thanks, Jeff Bezos. Really? Nice.
Good evening, beautiful people.
So we are a little late because last week Be Nice Gaming decided that he wanted to create views on a tournament that never existed?
Yeah, stream a scrim that Steam fucked because half the people playing couldn't play.
So Sarah's got delayed a week, but she's back. She's here.
Okay. I watched. We listened to him tell us about the Discord, which was arguably better than the tournament that night.
Oh, it was fucking hilarious.
So
that was so good.
So needless to say, we had a delay of a week, but here we are. We're back. You're not gonna miss any of the news. We still got the good news.
Was it really good?
I don't know if it's good. Some of it's good.
I just keep making every time I hear good anything, I just go good soup.
I just want to say that I got this mail today. I have to show you guys for those you don't know. So for those you don't know, I turned 50, and I got this mail today, and I'm just covering my address. But
you got an A or a P letter in the mail?
No, even worse.
Oh, what?
Mystic Valley.
It's Mystic Valley Elder Services.
They're sending you pamphlets for your parents.
Oh my god, that's too good.
Mystic Valley Elder Services. So, when you turn 50, that's what happens. And it looks like the camera's backwards, guys. Anyways.
I'm Brazilian, explain it, please. Basically, Lucas, it's an old age home. We're gonna put him in a home.
Exactly.
They're gonna care for him, change his old man diaper in 20 years, etc.
So yes, it's an old age home.
It's old age assisted living. Basically, people put their
at least it's not ARP
older parents and family in there when they don't want to take care of them themselves or they're unable to.
Gilligan, I've had an ARP card for 4 years.
Yep.
I'm guilty by association.
Sloth, you're one to talk.
Yikes.
You are old? Yes. I am old. So, we have an interesting... What? Yes, I have. I used to get a free donut at Dunkin' Donuts. I used to give it to my shipper every morning.
That's true. I can't confirm that.
I did.
You can't confirm Mona.
Free donut at Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh, that just makes it,
Yeah, what up, bro?
perk.
So, tonight, obviously, as you guys know, we get Saris. So, Saris.
Hi.
Tell us how and why you started streaming.
You ask. Because if you remember, like 2.5 years ago, when I first met B and we were like talking consistently because we've known each other forever, I was like, streaming looks fun, and B was like, you should do it, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe I will. And it was just me and my Xbox, and that was it.
Yep.
I remember the Xbox days, the laggy Xbox days. It's all B's fault. Thanks for that. But so then you started streaming. You went to you got a PC.
I did last year.
Yeah, and you were on the cam for a while, and then you were streaming sporadically. But recently, you started VTubing.
Yes.
And now you're streaming more than all of us.
I am actually.
And
now I love it.
Yeah.
It's really interesting, and it's a completely different scene. It is absolutely unlike anything that I had before.
Right. So the question I have is, why did you do it?
Okay.
It's actually a 3-part question. So why did
Okay.
you do it?
I felt very uncomfortable in front of the camera.
Okay.
Like at first, I was really excited about it, and as more time went on, I myself felt comfortable in front of a camera. So, and I had made some really good friends who had started VTubing, and he was introducing me to a whole bunch of other people, and I was learning more about it, and eventually I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give it a shot.
Yeah, and I mean, you started doing it, and you have these crazy characters, and it was that's way too loud. I know it is. By the way, Duck, thanks for the raid. That is way too loud, is right. So we're gonna have to take notes, and every day, every episode, Gilligan, we'll perfect it. By the time we're out of guests, we'll have it perfect. So did you? All right. So second part of the question is, what made you look at VTubers? Was it Koro? Was it like what pointed you in that direction? Because it's becoming more and more popular now, and you're seeing more and more people doing it.
There is a huge VTuber scene. Like, I didn't even know how big it was until, like, meeting everyone and finding more and more and more people. But Koro is a really good friend of mine. He is from my free company in Final Fantasy 14, which is like a guild, like stuff like that. So we've been friends for a while, and finally one day he posted something in our Discord for the group itself, and I was like, "Oh, that's awesome!" And he was asking people about Twitch, and I was helping him, and he's like, "That's really cool." And I also, our friend Connor had been showing us some VTubers on YouTube, and I was like enamored by it. I loved it so much.
It's very big in Japan, which is where it started, I
Yeah.
believe.
Okay, so this is gonna be my next. So Koro, I mean, I've watched Koro streams. He's very good at what he does. His artwork is crazy, like, and I've heard rumors, and we're not gonna, I've heard rumors about what he spent.
Yeah.
When you heard that, like, how did you come up with what you have now? Because what you have is very, very good. It's actually awesome. But how did you come up with it? Like,
Yeah, I know how much he spent. He was very open with me when I said it, and I actually know the person who rigged his model very well. He's in my stream a lot. The person who does the rigging, and if I were ever to get to that point where I'd spend the money to get a model like that, that is the person I would go to, because he's been a great friend of mine so far, and he actually has just started streaming again, so I'm very excited about that. But they're expensive, and I actually made mine myself. I did all of that on my own, which was a lot of trial and error.
What did you use to make it?
So
Don't you use VRoid Studio? I feel like I've seen you use that a lot.
Yeah, VRoid Studio is how you can make the model. Actually, the clothing I got off of a site that specializes in fitting and paying for clothes that you can put onto VRoid models. And then is the second part of the face tracking software, which B makes fun of me all the time when I'm like, I'm gonna stream. He's like, what's taking so long? And I'm like, I have to open the software and let it load.
Yeah, so that was going to be. That led to me another question. So, how many different softwares run in the background? And is it computer intensive?
No. I have a free program called VC Face running in the background the whole time. It doesn't take a lot to run. It's a super tiny program. It's one of the only free programs out there for 3D models, which is what I have, because there's a difference between 3D and 2D models.
Mm-hmm. Say, bear in mind on the computer intensive, it depends on how how big the program is and what your computer can handle. I have no idea what the program is. I've never looked at it, but running it with
I'm
everything
just
else
curious
could be a
because
problem.
through OBS, I have, and I'm sure B-Nice does too. I run Streamlabs in the background. Mainly
Yeah,
because of the ending stream, I have to roll certain credits that I roll, so I leave that up. But you gotta run, I run Chatbot, and I run, what's the other one I run with it?
I have 3 programs open at all times, minimum, not counting the game.
What's the other one that tells you all the alerts and everything?
I don't know. I have the box in OBS, the browser source.
Yeah.
That's the alert box. I run OBS, Streamlabs, Chatbot.
I run Streamlabs, Streamlabels as well.
Yeah.
So
what's a VTuber? A type of anime or cartoon? Virtual YouTuber, virtual thing. It's basically, look at Saris's thing. Obviously, it's not a face cam like we have. We have the boxes. It's a virtual model that is your persona online. And use a face tracking software to track looking left, right, up, down, etc. And you can have different types of models, different facial expressions, different clothing, etc. That's what it is. It's just a different way to create content without using a face cam if you want to have some type of visual on the screen, for example.
Right.
It's very big in Japan. There's what's the company called, Sarah's Hololive?
There's Niji Sanji.
Yeah.
Recently, there's V Shoujo.
Well, I'm talking only Japan. Yeah, I was gonna say then there's V Shoujo, which is English.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they have these companies that act as basically agencies that hire and sign VTubers. And they have generations, like the English generation of this V Shoujo, the first generation has been around for probably a year or two, I think.
V Shoujo has only been around for a couple of months. Hololive EN.
That's Hololive EN. That's what I'm thinking of.
Hololive EN has been around for a year, and they just got their second generation of members to the organization.
Yeah, so it's huge. And they usually have, I think it's like 4 or 5 people in a generation.
Yeah.
The big ones, you never know what the small ones will do.
VTubing, like, we're talking about it as like a whole. It isn't. A lot of people always ask, like, when they see VTubers, they only see girls. Female, I think it is a much more predominantly female thing, but there is a huge, like, I know, as I've come to learn, there's a lot more male VTubers than I actually knew. And they have, Hololive has their own branch called Hollow Stars, and they have no English male VTubers as part of that branch, which I think is very interesting.
Yeah, most VTubers you'll see are female, but that's a lot bigger than you think as the guys doing it too.
Right, and it's not just like anime type characters that are doing it. We have a streamer in Team Engine. Her name is Raptor Cross. She's into raptors, dinosaurs, and she actually streams as a raptor.
That's like it's typically the one you see the most is the anime or like elf or some type of other one, but yeah, that's a big one too, is using an animal, like some people do a cat and put it on screen.
Right. Well, Nick, if you guys remember Nico, the old Royale, he bounced over to Facebook Gaming, doing very well over there, but he mainly streams just Fortnite, but he streams as a dog.
Yeah, it branches out into all sorts of things. But when you say VTuber, you mostly mean, or it's mostly considered to mean, like what Sarah says.
Correct.
A humanoid type model, whether it have some type of animal thing like a dog ears or elf ears, etc.
Right, but it doesn't. I was just pointing out, it doesn't stop.
Oh, no. And there's so many derivatives of it now that it's like, what type of VTubing is it? Yeah.
Oh my fucking god! You should stream as Peter Griffin one day. I don't have all that set up. Someday, if you know what, once we get downstairs, which you've been hearing that for 100 years now, and we can do something like that, and I have a desk, then yeah, maybe we could, maybe there'll be a surprise for you, Lucas.
Not gonna lie, if it wasn't for the fact that I also stream on the same computer, I'd probably do it too. But I don't know. I don't trust I wouldn't trust the program until I've used it to see how intensive it is or not. Especially Apex, because Apex doesn't like to share. No matter how good your computer is, Apex does not like to share.
Apex does not like to share. Apex hates me, and my computer is. I mean, it is new-ish.
It's not top, but it's basically your computer is what my computer was 3 years ago.
Yeah.
The mid to high.
Yeah.
First off, Daitosa, thank you for the follow. My potato can run the software. Your Fiesta downstairs is a myth. It would be a great stream. Sloth's first stream is Homer.
But yeah,
God.
that could be an option.
now the question is, what would I do for a model? I'd have to have Sarah's help me figure it out, but I would probably, I don't know. I like the face camera too much. There are days I don't want to use the face cam, but I don't know. It's just easier.
It would probably definitely be TOS safer, 100%.
Oh yeah,
100%.
Oh, that's what I would do. I should just get fucking make it look like Loba, and then have people fucked up when a guy's voice comes out of it.
And his wife could be Jessica Rabbit. Just saying.
I know a lot of. I've seen a lot of like people who you look at the model and you think female, and then you hear a male voice, and it.
I have two.
It's kind of like whoa.
I know you like Cam Be Nasty. I have your OnlyFans. So
okay, you're not supposed to talk about it.
Are there any questions? Anybody that's really interested in VTubing? Any other questions for like Saris? No? Yes? Maybe?
Remember, keep in mind, she made that herself. If you see like the model she's talking about on real, like on, I'm not gonna say real VTubers, but on the professional ones you see, like the signed agencies, that shit can get crazy. Like the 2D models get even crazier, and 3D models alone are crazy.
That, and there's actually, if you do look, there are streamers that actually draw these models. They do everybody's seen Dragon Ross, and you haven't, when he streams, but when you catch Dragon streaming his artwork, there are people creating 3D models for streamers.
It's actually, now that we're talking to that, I have a friend who's streaming right now, and she is making a model for someone else.
Is it Red?
And it is not Red. It's another friend of Cheese, a friend who did Koro's rig. His name is Chibox VA, and most of his streams
he did Koros?
Yeah, most of his streams are him rigging 2D models. That's his job. His job is a rigger, and that is I've seen his prices. I've seen all the models he does. That is his full-time job, and he can absolutely make that his full-time job.
So I do have a question. Do you have to have a green screen, or does it matter?
No.
Nope. It's all on the computer in front of you.
No, it's no green screen.
Nope.
The program has a transparent option. So basically, I load it up, I make sure everything works, and then I turn it transparent, and it works on OBS. Super duper easy.
And no special lighting?
No special lighting.
Well,
it's all loaded, kind of like do you know the Loba thing I have that spins above my head, and like the TM1 down there? Yeah. Imagine it's probably something along those lines, and the face tracking software works in conjunction to have the model move. It's very crazy. You don't need nothing here in the background. You could be in a perfectly dark room because it's all handled on the computer.
There are so many softwares out there, because I know people who use VTube Studio, PRPR Live. I mean, there's a lot of different things that work for different people. This is just what works for me.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Sarah. Aren't there some of the ones that for Hololive that would actually use like their phone propped up to face track?
Yeah, there are phone apps. Like Chi uses his iPad.
Yeah.
I keep bringing up Chi, but he's a very good example for me.
So it's not hard to do, right? I don't have the most experience with it. I just know enough from talking to Saris. It's either very expensive, or if you make your own, it's going to be very hard to set up. But once you get it set up and you get things working, it's like anything, right? You can eventually iterate on it the more you go. But to get it off the ground, it would take a while. I remember seeing Sarah sitting on her model creator for 6 hours at a time, trying to get things working. So it's definitely hard to start. But once you get going, it's like anything. It's like riding a bike at that point.
Yeah. I still messed it up.
I mean, you're only human.
I have a different model for Halloween right now, and it took me so long to get that outfit to work. And it was only because I kept accidentally deleting the long layer. Because I'm not. Because sometimes I'm just a little bit slow.
Yeah. So it's just one of those things that harder than you'd think to set up based on what you see as the finished product. Put it that way. And then once you get used to it, you get a little faster doing things.
Rip the Peter Griffin stream.
But I've also made like so many friends because of it. And one of my favorite things I love about doing it is everyone looks so different. Even if you're using the same software, even if you're using similar hairstyles or clothes, everyone looks different.
Everyone's gonna have their own unique style because it's
Yeah.
closer to drawing than anything else.
Yeah.
Because then an art style comes out. It's kind of like how you and I write, and you can tell that we each write differently.
Yeah.
We write the same things, but we write them vastly differently.
What's up, Zero?
Yeah.
Like,
all right, we're gonna move on to Gilligan's in here.
Ding ding, get buzzard.
Ding ding. Oh, we can come back to it.
It's okay.
We're gonna get. Did you guys hear that?
It's a ghost. It's a ghost.
That wasn't my ghost. That was my wife. So Gilligan, you in here, buddy? Gilligan was here. So Gilligan has been updating the website, and if some of the ideas that we've been bouncing around is we're gonna have a blog that we're gonna update weekly. It's probably gonna talk about the TM spoiler
schedule. Oh my god.
We're gonna talk to all the members on the Twitch team and have them have the members of all the Twitch team, and we're gonna have their socials. So if people go to the site, they click in the Twitch team, and they can click on the socials of certain people. We're gonna be moving the toy website that I created. We're gonna be moving the copyright-free music over there. Gil, can you post a link? I don't know if you can. Gil
is not a mod.
Oh no.
Let's see. We can do this. No, I don't have permissions for that because I am on my channel. So that is not going to happen.
You need to make us both editors on this. We keep forgetting to do that.
Yeah.
Imagine forgetting.
I need a piece of paper, and I gotta write down. I gotta turn down the stuff. I'll just use my.
There you go. I got.
You making notes? Good idea.
I'm sending it to you in a DM.
Well, don't keep notes and then send it at the end. I don't want 17 DMs.
I'll just keep editing it.
Spam him with.
So the TM Gaming website is getting altered and changed. So that's going to be pretty exciting. He's 50 now would be nice. Things are normal.
These things are normal. What, being forgetful? He's been forgetful for a longer time than that.
Okay.
Ooh,
Okay.
You know it.
So we're a little late because Be Nice was trying to steal views last week, but Twitch got hacked. Passwords were leaked. Payouts were leaked. However, Twitch claims that passwords were not exposed, which I don't know if I believe that.
I don't believe it at all.
They said that system that stores the Twitch login credentials, which are hashed by bcrypt. No idea what that means. Maybe Gil can explain. Were not accessed, nor were the full credit card numbers or ACH bank information. However, they did change all the stream keys. So, to my knowledge, no one I know had issues. Rip Lasagna 123. To my knowledge, no one had issues with their Twitch accounts. Have you two heard of anybody having any issues?
Nope.
No one I have talked to has mentioned it. A lot of people were angry at it. I remember like the day after people freaking out about it, but no one was like, "Oh my god, something happened."
I think the biggest thing, and at the end of the day, if you guys did watch the video from Sam Woodall I sent you today, and he said it.
I did.
At the end of the day, I think the biggest thing for people was that all the payouts were released to everybody. So every streamer that had payouts was released, but obviously they only concentrated on like the top 100 streamers. The Tims and the Nick Mercs and the XQCs and the big streamers that were out there, and it's private information, but at the end of the day, I don't think anybody really cared. You know what I mean? It was kind of like a blip on the radar for 5-6 hours, and then it was gone. Because if you even go to YouTube, no one's even talking about it on YouTube.
I mean, like you said, no one cares except for like the people who are in the top, 10%. No one really gives a shit about the guy. Can I swear? I apologize.
Yeah, you can swear.
No one cares about the tiny streamer with 3 views who gets paid $100 every 8 months from Twitch in their payout. They don't care about that person. They like seeing Tim the Tap Man makes $57,000 every month from Twitch subs.
Alone.
It shows alone because it shows like, oh my god, you can do this as a job, because not everyone still thinks that like streaming can be a job. Like, whoa.
Yeah, he wasn't even the highest.
That's the problem, is people really do need to learn to care because they don't understand cybersecurity. Not that I do, but I know.
I don't think it's that as much as they don't care about the fact that Twitch was hacked. I think that it was kind of like, oh my god, this one makes this much money, this one makes that much money, but then 4 hours later, it was like, okay, we're going on to something else.
Oh yeah, shiny key.
Exactly, and then, but it just leads. Yes, I did see that, Zero, that some streamers their payouts were changed. I did see that. I actually saw one on Twitter. But it leads to, just another, more egg on the face, more egg in the face for Twitch. And the question becomes, how much more is Twitch going to take? And the video I sent you guys earlier today, Sam even says, like, how long before Amazon goes, done? You know what I mean? And then for people like, us, okay, so we go to another platform. Pick your platform. Pick your YouTube. Pick your Trovo. Pick your DLive. There's plenty of platforms. There's Glimmers. They're just starting up. Pick your platform and say you go start over. But for the people, first, for people like, the Nick Mercs and the XQCs and those type of streamers,
they can just go to YouTube.
They'll be fine. Sure, they'll be fine. But let's take it down to the next level. You know what I mean? Or take it down 2 levels. Let's take it into the partner streamers are broken down in tiers, right? And I don't know how many tiers, but let's say there's 4 tiers. Let's say there's the Tim the Tap Man, Ninja, the top tiers, and then you get into the B tier streamers that don't have tens of thousands of views, but they have a few thousand views, right? Which is, and then you get into the C streamers that might have partner streamers that have a few hundred viewers, and then you get into the D streamers that those partners that however they got partnership, but they're partners that have 25 or 30 viewers, right? What are the C&D streamers going to do? Because if a C&D streamer moves to YouTube, they're not going to be pulling 200-300 people. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know Amazon. Twitch. They're making a lot of money. Twitch is allegedly losing money every single year. Allegedly. And just because Amazon owns Twitch doesn't mean they're going to keep dumping money into a platform. You know what I mean?
Nope.
Because at the end of the day, it's like throwing good money after bad. It's, don't forget, Mixer was owned by Microsoft, and then they just said one day, fuck it.
Folded like a lawn chair.
Why are we spending all this money on this? And I'm not saying, I mean, Twitch, Mixer. I mean, they're so far away from each other. But,
yeah.
I mean, it could happen. So it's an interesting, it's an interesting argument. And the question is, how much more can, I say Twitch, but how much more is Amazon going to take? Or how much more do they want to take? I don't know. I'm seeing every day on Twitter, hey, I just made partner. Oh my God, I'm partner. We did it, guys. I'm partner. I keep seeing all these partners. But there's so many streamers on Twitch. There's so many partners on Twitch. And I follow streamer bands on Twitter. Every day there's a partner streamer getting banned for something. And I don't even know who 1% of them are. The most New England I've heard pops. Let me call Jeff Bezos. I'll be right back. Hey, Night Toaster Kid, don't piss me off.
He's a masshole. Leave him alone. So am I. So is Saris.
What is your thoughts on that?
Twitch falls, I'll just suck it up and learn to make YouTube videos.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, but what are your thoughts on the fact, what do you think? Is Twitch around in 5 years? Is Twitch around in 3 years?
Is Twitch around in 5 years? Yes. Is Twitch around in 3 years? Yes. Is Twitch around in 10 years? Yes, but probably not as popular.
So you think Twitch is going to be around for 10 years?
Oh, I think it'll be around. But will it be what it is right now? No.
I think as time goes on and people find more ways I know YouTube has a much better after platform and editing software and whatever built in than Twitch does.
Yeah.
Twitch will still be around because there are people that are going to gravitate viewers to it. Mm-hmm. Will it be exactly what it is a year from now? Probably. 3 years from now? Maybe. 5 years from now? Probably not. Because 5 years from now, on my sidebar of followed channels right now, Summit 1G is there, Nanners is there. They might not be streaming in 5 years.
They'll still be streaming, but if they're not, they'll go to a different platform.
Yeah.
At the end of
are suddenly going to stop streaming.
At the end of the day, when they're
not going to go back to a day job.
When the streamers, someone like Shroud signs his big contract, Shroud still streams every single day. Shroud is just he just loves the game. But honestly, I don't follow Shroud, I don't follow Ninja, I don't follow any of those guys, but they always show up my recommended, and there's one person I don't see stream a lot. Ninja.
Yeah. That's because he does everything else besides stream.
Agreed. And he's smart.
Mm-hmm.
As much as I dislike the character. I respect him because he's smart. And he's not, he doesn't have to stream anymore. Good for him. They also lifted 5 permanent bans. Who? But this leads me into our next topic. After all this bad publicity about Twitch, Twitch again breaks viewership records. So this article was in Suderi, written by Anthony DeMauro, who runs and owns Gamactica. Per the report, Twitch has checked over 18.5 billion hours watched so far this year. That's 2021. Which can be better explained comparing to the numbers of 2019, with Twitch at 8.3 billion watched. Twitch recorded 13.1 billion in 2020. So Twitch gained 5 billion viewer hours already over 2020, which is incredible. YouTube gaming is also seeing some good numbers with more than 3.8 billion hours so far this year. It marks a decrease from 4.3 billion in 2020. But a new OBS integration has the company confident the platform will see an improved experience and numbers moving forward. Now, I think YouTube's numbers fell from 20 to 21 because of COVID. Because that's the one thing we can always say about Twitch. Twitch, when B Nice started streaming, when I started streaming, hey, I'm going to stream. Where you want to stream? Household name, right? Twitch. Had I investigated it, I don't know if I would have started on Twitch. I don't know if I would have started.
Shroud that ex-CSGO player? Yes, Lucas.
Facebook continue to grow, seeing a 56% increase in viewership over the past year, and clocking 3.5 million hours watched this year thus far. So, Twitch at 18 billion, YouTube at 4.3 billion, and Facebook gaming at 3.5 million. So, if I'm a new streamer and I want to grow a community and try to do this for something, guess where I'm going? I'm probably going to go to Facebook gaming.
Facebook gaming? I would go to YouTube.
So go to YouTube, but YouTube has a much bigger population for VTubing.
Well, that's because all the VTubers stream. Well, the signed ones.
That's where a lot of them. VShojo is signed. Is an actual.
Same, but I watch streamers reloading.
Well, I said the signed ones.
What is that?
Yeah.
What do you mean reloading?
Also, something I have never heard of.
I don't know any of those streamers. Zero. But if they were perma-banned and they got, even what's his name? Who's the kid they perma-banned and they took off recently?
Zero can't English. The YouTube channel is called Streamers Reloaded.
Oh.
I had to look it up.
What is Streamers Reloaded?
It's a YouTube channel that delivers like streaming and Twitch news, streamer news, etc.
Good.
About perma bans,
I'll
etc.
have to go check it out.
I had to remember what it's called because it looked.
Who is the streamer? Who was the toxic streamer on Twitch? Delore. Do you remember Delore? Anybody ever watch Delore? I mean, this kid was toxic. He used to smash keyboards. He was I believe he was an Overwatch pro. Lost his you hate him, making it huge at YouTube, but they lifted the permanent ban on him here on Twitch. Hate him or love him. I followed him when he had 100 people on his channel. Now he's got 30,000.
He's famous for raging and busting stuff live.
Good for him.
People love to tick him off and watch him smash keyboards over his head.
Everybody loves a niche, and they're paying him to do it. So you know what? Good for him.
It's brought up Tyler 1.
Tyler 1 is a menace. He's also hilarious.
Oh yeah. There was a day where B, Zeus, Burger, and I sat in a call for like 4 hours and watched Tyler 1 videos because we just couldn't stop watching them because they were so funny.
He is a menace. But he also pulls tens of thousands of viewers, so.
Yeah.
I never said it was a great Lucas, I just said he was a menace.
So, we go from all these Twitch issues, but yet their viewership keeps climbing, at least this year. I don't know. Tyler One is great. I don't even know who he is. He's unbanned from Twitch.
He's a League YouTuber or
Yeah.
streamer and YouTuber. League of Legends.
Banned at Stacy J. I could have banned at Stacy J. You know, I don't know Tyler One, but if he is that toxic, what I find funny, Stacy, is if Tyler One is as toxic, I don't know who he is. But you like XQC.
I can't stand XQC.
I hate XQC. He's so annoying.
Well, what I'm saying is, like, we've got, on one side, we've got Tyler One, which, again, I don't know the streamer. And we have XQC on the other side. And it's funny that a certain group don't like XQC and a certain group don't like Tyler One. You know what I'm saying? Are we seeing the irony here?
Yeah.
Fair enough. And the skincare stuff is weird, yeah. But hey, it's like selling bathwater, right? If I could sell bathwater, I'd do it. And every single one of you would do it too.
Nope.
Liar.
You streamer bathwater.
Alright, moving on. We got some games coming. Well, a lot of games coming out. Did you guys look at that list I sent you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright.
We listened. We looked at everything.
Well, sometimes you gotta shake Be Nice a little bit to do his studying. So, the games that
Really?
I text him every morning and I say hi and I'm like, hey, you want to talk? He's like, no, I gotta do my studying. That's a lie. Every morning because I bother him every day.
His studying, yeah, but did he study the notes? I don't care about a CPA exam.
I care about it.
So games coming out, notable games, not notable in the fact, for me, World War Z coming out on the Switch. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic coming out on the Switch. Anything? Bueller?
No.
I mean, KOTOR is great, but so that'll be good for people to have on a mobile platform.
Yeah. World War Z is a zombie game. I don't like zombies, so I don't care.
Well, it's more
Lucas.
Uh-oh.
That's
You've awakened his Angie.
Lucas, that is a heretical offense in this chat.
Hammer! Hammer!
Oh my god.
What did he say?
He said fuck
Star Wars. Wow. That's a problem.
Yeah. KOTOR is cool. Probably something I won't play because it's getting remastered for PC as well.
It's getting remade, yeah.
Yeah, so it's getting remade for PC. There's no reason for me to buy it on the Switch when I'm gonna get better graphics, better playtime.
Well, you don't know if the game's gonna be necessarily better, but yeah.
Yeah. It could be better. I mean, from the Switch to the PC, I can only assume that if there's a difference between the two, it'll be.
Well, the one for the Switch, that isn't the remake, as far as I'm aware. That's the original one. So of course it would be better in the remake than the original one that came out in like 2003.
But I mean, what do we think about it coming on the Switch?
I mean, it'll definitely run on it if the original Xbox could run it.
Yeah.
Well, how is Monster Hunter on the Switch?
I mean, the Switch can run a consistent 30 FPS. That's just the software. And if this game came out in like 2003, it should definitely be able to run it, no problem. In some games, the Switch can hit 60. Like Pokemon Unite runs at 60 FPS. Yeah. It just depends on the game. The Switch is not a powerful console, but it's powerful for what it is.
Lucas, you are such a troll.
Like, a demanding game can run about 30 FPS. Like, Monster Hunter is a constant 30. Well, mostly constant 30. Like,
okay, what about World War Z?
So,
like for instance,
I think it's gonna run like dog shit on the Switch, honestly.
Yeah.
But World War Z World War Z is a zombie game that renders too many zombies, and is more about large scale bullshit than being an actual like zombie game. It's a massive hordes. It on the Switch will be a dumpster fire.
I don't think it's gonna sell very well on the Switch either. Because
Truthfully.
when you're buying a Switch, you are buying the Switch for the Nintendo name. You're gonna be getting your Zelda, your Pokemon, Monster Hunter, stuff like that. If I'm gonna get a zombie game, which I wouldn't because, as I have stated, I am a bitch about zombies. I don't like them.
I disagree with buying it for the Nintendo name, but
yeah,
I just think the game is not going to run well technology-wise on the Switch. I don't think it's a game fit for the Switch console.
No.
But that too, like, who's going to buy it on the Switch? And if, for that matter, just make a zombie game for the Switch that fits better. I don't know. The Switch is not powerful. I mean, it is, but it's not, if that makes sense. It'll run older games. It'll run newer games made for it, but porting a game like that over that is on PC and home consoles like an Xbox and stuff. Nah. It's not going to work. And if it does work, I'd be very surprised.
Okay. COD Vanguard, do we care?
No one gives a shit about Call of Duty.
Me neither.
I've watched videos on Vanguard. It looks like a dumpster fire. And this is me as someone who's a history nerd. Screw that game. I've seen stuff. I'm good.
I've never been a Call of Duty person. I bought 3 and I bought 4. I played both of them. After a while, it just became unfun for me.
Call of Duty 3, God, Modern Warfare back when the series was good. Good times.
Can't be negative.
No, it's just look. I will say I liked Modern Warfare 2019, but I've seen Black Ops Cold War and I've seen stuff on Vanguard. Both those games just look awful. And I don't mean they don't. It's not they look bad. The games graphically look impressive, but gameplay wise, God, no, thank you.
I mean, honestly, the last COD I really thoroughly enjoyed was Blackout.
Yeah, so that was Black Ops
4.
But it was the mode Blackout specifically, not even the normal multiplayer. Or was it 3? Is that Black Ops 3?
No, it was 4, wasn't it?
Blackout was 4.
I don't remember.
I didn't mind. I actually didn't even mind the matchmaking in that either. But I think that's the last Call of Duty that I enjoyed. Because we went to Modern Warfare. Warzone was cool. It was like the new latest BR. We had some fun with it. But Zero loves it. Zero plays it. He plays it very well. It's just riddled with hackers.
I liked Warzone for like 2 months, and then I started to see my problem with it and went back to Apex.
So. I played it a handful of times, was never really my thing.
Very true, Zero. I mean, Lucas, Avenged Sevenfold song. I will say, Sloth did figure out a way to kill a teammate in that game, and it was amazing. Because you couldn't
kill you with a car.
No, you can't. You can't run the people over with the car. Your own teammates. You can't shoot them. But we had this one person who was aggravating Sloth. So he got in the car, and the kid jumped in the car with him. Sloth took him over to the yeah, but not in Warzone.
He's not talking about
not in Warzone.
No, you're talking about he's talking about Blackout when you ran him over with the fucking quad. You did that to him.
I know that, but I'm talking about Warzone where they didn't have
friendly fire.
The friendly
also,
fire.
Zero, did you just say that B play Apex?
Zero, I didn't play Apex for a month. Chill out, bud.
That's weird. Jesus Christ. I know.
I
know that. I'm talking about Warzone. Warzone.
Or is it more than a month? No, I didn't play Apex for like a month and a half. Get over it.
Yeah, and then we
playing it
didn't
now.
play for the same time, and now I'm sad.
So had the kid jump in the car, and they took off, and he jumped out, and the car went in the hill right into the gas, killed the guy.
Yeah, just throw the guy into it.
Oh
I'm
God, it was
I'm
so
still
funny.
mad at Apex.
You might have, yes.
Yeah, you did it.
Funny, he stopped coming to the stream after that.
Of course he did.
Battlefield 2042, what do we think?
I'm gonna buy it, but I'm disappointed in them.
Probably buy it too.
I know I'm disappointed in them because, okay, so one, the optimization and the beta was horrible. I know my computer's 3 years old, but it should never have had that much trouble running the game. So that was already a no-no. But they completely messed up the Battlefield formula. The class system is gone, and that pisses me off. So, will I still play it and have fun with it? Because I'll be playing it with a team. Yes. Does the game look fun? Yes. Does it look good? Yes. Am I happy with their choices? Not really. I think it'll be a fun game, but I'm really disappointed compared to Battlefield 4, which is the game I'd compare it to the most readily because it's, the other modern Battlefield.
I never really played many Battlefield games, but all of my friends are getting it, so I will probably get it so I can play with my friends. 'Cause friendship.
All right, and the final game that
Lucas, BF3 is like 20 years old.
That I liked,
but it's a good game.
Was Halo Infinite. What do we think?
You know what I think about Halo 4 and 5. You know very well what I think about Halo 4 and 5. But after seeing the reveals, seeing the art style, seeing the tech tests, I'm very careful but optimistic that Halo Infinite's going to be a lot closer to the Halos that I grew up playing, being 1, 2, and 3. And that excites me, and I'm excited that the multiplayer is also free. So you don't even have to buy the store if you don't want to play the multiplayer.
Yeah, the one thing I did
free because I probably won't play it unless I'm playing with friends. So I don't have to spend money. And I spend money too much.
So are there any other games that you two like?
I mean, there's I got a Switch and now I'm playing Pokemon, and there's a new Pokemon game coming out, I think, next year. And then Monster Hunter Rise is coming to PC. Not a new game, but it is coming to PC. So, it's coming January, I think.
Fucking Lucas.
Bob was talking about a new shooter, and it reminded me of a game called A Vampire the Masquerade Blood Hunt, which was a really cool take on another battle royale. And I played it a little bit, and I played another match after a couple of weeks last night, and I had high hopes for the game because I know that Vampire the Masquerade is a big series.
It's an old series.
It's an old series, and it was horrible. I didn't remember it being that bad, but it was awful. It had a really cool concept, and it had a cool system, and it had all these cool classes that took a take on, old supernatural high fantasy like sirens and muses and vampires and stuff like that. The audio issues made it so I could barely get through a match.
Yeah, sounds like Apex.
Oh, but I don't mean audio issues where there was no audio. The entire time it sounded like you were talking through a megaphone into like an empty room, crushing tinfoil in it. It sounded horrible.
Yeah, I looked up stuff in the game and I decided not to download it because it looked like a dumpster fire, so I'm kind of glad I didn't.
Oh my god, it was awful, and I love that high fantasy supernatural kind of thing.
Just play the role playing games, you'll have a better time.
True.
Just download Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, you'll have a better time.
Probably. What games have we been playing recently?
What's new games coming out? Not
New game new. It's not a new game, but it's a new expansion for a game that I know B is probably also really excited about, which is Endwalker for Final Fantasy XIV.
and no one here is gonna play it. And every time I stream it, they don't want me to. So, what about Guardians of the Galaxy? I've seen a review on it, Sloth. The game looks good. I'm not gonna play it.
Yeah, not my thing. I don't.
It's a wonder. It's a wonder the game even came out after that dumpster fire known as Marvel Avengers.
Wait,
That
tell them about
that
Tales of
horrible-
Rise. Tales of Rise.
No one here is gonna play it. It's a JRPG. It's good though.
But it's good.
It's very good.
But it's good.
All I care about is I get a new Luba skin next week.
Oh yeah, there was that other battle royale that came out that was.
Naraka.
It wasn't shooter. It was more like melee combo based. Was Naraka Blade Point?
Yeah.
Nico and I played a little bit of that. That was fun. I haven't played it much recently, but they've been doing a ton of updates to it. And
Yep.
I know that.
Another game that I'm just not gonna bother with. It looks fine, but not.
I think one of my biggest issues with the game is there was a lot of bots. Like how Fortnite had changed over and like half the lobby was bots. That's most of Naraka's lobbies.
Oh, PC's working overtime today. What the hell? Looks like I gotta take that thing apart and clean it.
Probably.
Probably a good idea.
I just cleaned this a couple weeks ago.
Looks like it's gonna be this weekend.
I have to clean it again. I have the air gun.
Pew pew.
Good, I'm gonna need it. I was gonna need it. Let's see. So that is, I think that's everything, right? We talked about the game.
Yep.
We talked about that. We talked about Twitch.
Are you going to get the Banshee Loba skin? Oh, the $10 bundle that's there. I don't know.
Does it look good?
I mean, it's been in the game for over a year.
I don't remember what it looks like. Oh yeah, the Tiny Tina game that's coming out.
Wait, isn't that based on the expansion for Borderlands?
Dying Light 2?
No, it's a whole new game itself. It's
What's
not.
why I said it. What I said, isn't it based on that expansion from Borderlands? The first time they did it in Borderlands 2. It's
I think so.
That's what I mean, because the Tiny Tina thing was the role playing expansion, so it's a derivative of that. That's going to be its own game. And honestly, if it's good, I probably will. That's the Banshee Queen skin. I mean, I probably won't. I thought about it, but especially with Arms Dealer coming out. Yeah, it's I haven't seen anything on the game. Didn't they have like a trailer or something for it? I haven't watched it.
They did a couple weeks ago. I know Connor was telling us about some of the classes, the Berserker and the other one I can't remember.
The Stabomancer.
Sabomancer. I'd never made it to Tiny Tina in Borderlands 2, but I played all the expansions of Borderlands 3.
Yeah, it'll probably be good. I'll probably play it.
Yeah. Zero just tried to send a link.
Hey, Zero, you don't have link privileges.
No, I gotta change that.
She.
All right. Got anything else?
Not that I could think of, because I think we went through the big list you gave us.
Murphy? Anything?
Nope.
Yeah.
All right. Cyrus, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitch, on Twitter, on Instagram, on TikTok. That's about it.
Jesus.
Yeah.
You've been busy.
I've been a busy girl, yeah.
What about you? Be nice.
Same places as always. Twitch, Twitter, even though I don't use it, and TikTok, which I have a bunch of clips to edit now that I'm playing Apex again.
You're getting on now, old man. Yeah, I'll be on in about, give me 10, 15 minutes. All right, and you can find me on mainly Twitter, KGMJR32, and Twitch, KGMJR32. I'm doing YouTube Shorts. I got to get back into it. I hear YouTube Shorts. I keep saying it, I may revive my TikTok. I don't know. Once I get a bunch of shorts done.
You could just cross-post them.
Yeah.
Also, Lucas, I sent you something. Enjoy.
I'll
send it to
so we'll
definitely,
I gotta do something more, I think. But that's it for us, guys. Thank you, Sarah, for getting on the show. Next spotlight is gonna be so next week. Definitely not next week, for sure. Maybe the week after. We're not sure yet.
Lucas, we don't talk about that one. That one doesn't exist. Remember?
Yes. And Be Nice OnlyFans. Maybe the week after. I got to see what's going on.
Chris, I don't care. I'm still not going to play Dead by Daylight.
So it might be 3 weeks. So we're gonna raid Crooked TV. Just got on. So let's go raid Crooked.
That's the new one, Sarah. So I just found a picture of it for you.
Yeah, that was the one I saw.
Au revoir, beautiful people. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out.
It's not terrible. I don't mind it.
Nothing exists. What do you mean? Nothing? Oh, for OnlyFans.
But when I have like 5 legendaries that are all good and those couple battle pass recolors,
yeah,
there are a few that I'm sad I missed out on.
Okay.
From like Twitch Prime and all that bad. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna get out of here, everybody. Let's go raid Crooked TV. Thank you guys for hanging out once again. We'll be back very, very soon. Pay attention to the updates in the Discord. Sarah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
So you guys, stay safe, stay healthy, wash your hands, and we'll see you soon. I probably should have been on this screen when I did that, right? So, talk to you guys soon.
They're still playing Tree. And Echo's playing Mr. Perry.
Mr. Perry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can close that.
It looks good though. Thank you. Appreciate you. Oh, the TM Gaming. Just as I'm restarting my computer, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry for the lack of content you're about to see right now as I reboot my PC. KG, thank you. Be Nice, thank you. How you guys doing, man? We're gonna play some Valorant, but I just rebooted my computer real quick. $36 months.
The monthly pay has been paid.
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
I feel like this is a get to know the real Crooked stream with his new cam angle. Look at this, guys. I have a part in my hair now. Look. I have a hairdo. Yo, TM, thanks for the follow, man. Thanks for the follow. Gilligan Knight, yo, what's up? Now I have to restart my computer again because there is a problem with